Okay, let's get into it. We are here for some Pilates flow. Thank you so much for joining me. We are going to have a bit of a legs focus in this class today. So today we'll be using our dumbbells. I'm using 5 pounds. We'll also be using a cushion, so just the cushion off of your couch. Or if you have a specific cushion that you like to use, just make sure you have that handy. And we'll be using all of that stuff throughout the workout. So just to get started, I'm going to have you come to the end of your mat. And let's just settle into our bodies here. Just placing your hands on your tummy, dropping your shoulders down away from your ears, reaching through the crown of the head. And just do a little internal scan through the body from the feet up, noticing all of your toes planted on the mat. A little bend in your knees, just a tiny micro bend. Your pelvis should feel nice and level, neutral. Your ribs are stacked right on top of your pelvis. Your shoulder blades are gliding down your back. Top of the head is reaching up to the ceiling. And let's take 3 long, deep breaths to start. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale all that air out. We're just centering ourselves here, getting in touch with our breath. Deep inhale to the top of your lungs. And a big long exhale to the very end of that breath. Noticing your abdominals moving with the breath. Last one, deep inhale. And exhale, blowing all the air out. Letting your arms come down to your side. Reach your fingertips down to the floor. And let's drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Letting the left side of the neck open up. Just enjoying that stretch. Keep reaching with the fingers. And gently come out of that and bring the left ear to the left shoulder. Continuously checking in on your knees, checking in. Let's go to the right again. Checking in with your abdominals, dropping that right ear to right shoulder. Keeping your belly button gently connected, nothing too extreme. And last time over to the left. Just creating space between the ear and the shoulder. And coming back to center, reaching the crown up to the ceiling, dropping the chin to the chest. And then allowing that chin to float up, a very gentle extension, opening the chest to the ceiling. And let's go one more time, chin to chest. And then letting the chin float up. And coming back to neutral. Bringing your elbows in nice and tight. So they're right beside you, nice little robot arms. We're going to roll through our shoulder blades up to the ears. Squeeze back, pull down, roll forward. Up to the ears. We're just gliding those shoulder blades around on your back. One more time, up to the ears, back and down. And then let's reverse that, pull it back, up to the ears, roll it forward, and pulling it down. Bringing a bunch of blood flow to the scapular stabilizers. Letting that go, releasing the tension out of your arms. Bring your feet just slightly wider than hip width and bring your arms out wide. We're going to come into some squats and it's as if you're scooping up a load of laundry. So we come down into our squat, we scoop into the air, we bring the arms overhead. Scoop down and up tall. Inhale down, exhale, press. Warming up the ankles, warming up the knees. Lower and up. Scoop it up, draw to the top. Down and up. Can you just check on your feet, making sure the weight is distributed through the foot, including the heel. And up. Let's do 4 more. 4. And 3, just getting a little blood flow here. 2, and last one. all the way up, letting that go, standing tall. Bring your feet just a little closer together, more like hip width now. We're nodding the chin and we're rolling down into our first forward fold. Take your time, lifting the abdominals. When we get down to the bottom here, grabbing onto each elbow and gently swaying side to side. Really important that you draw your abdominals up here to support your back. Keep a micro bend in your knees. And gently releasing to the center. Let's ragdoll back up to standing. Take your time like you're dragging your arms back up. And then roll your shoulders back. Reset, check your alignment here. Ribs are over hips, head is over shoulders. Let's roll back down. Exhale as you roll down, lifting the core. Hands come to the shins, halfway lift. Pushing back with your hands into your shins, reaching your spine long. Send your sit bones back behind you. Exhale, soften into a forward fold. We're walking our hands out to our first downward dog. Finding that nice triangular shape. Want to just get in touch with our shoulders here. Let's try to bring the biceps high and the triceps low. So we're creating a connection with our shoulder blades, letting those shoulder blades slide and glide down and hug your rib cage. Push your baby finger into the floor. And it's as if you're trying to shine your biceps forward. Enjoying the stretch. Let's start to pedal out the feet. Just hinging at the ankles, one at a time, enjoying that stretch through the calves, through the hamstrings. Can you just check in with your abdominals, making sure you have a little connection there, a little bit of life there, supporting you in this position. Can we make our neck a little bit longer? And let's do 2 more. And then bringing both heels down towards the floor, just gently. We're holding there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that tension out of your legs and float your right leg up into the air. So now we've become a tripod. We're going to be stepping this right foot forward between your feet. And it just takes a little bit of adjusting to get there. And we find ourselves in a runner's lunge. You may feel your chest on your thigh, and that's okay. From here, when you're ready, you're going to push down into this front leg and come up into a lunge, bringing your hands to heart center. Now let's adjust our back leg by bringing it closer to us. Just hop it in just a little bit. We're going to be coming down into some lunges. We're going to lower the knee. It doesn't have to touch the floor. And exhale, pushing up. Lower down and pressing up. Now this front knee is going to extend, but we don't have to completely lock it out, okay? We're lowering, keeping our hips nice and square, pressing up. Lowering down and pressing up. And we have 4 more. 4. Can we drop a little tension out of the shoulders? 3, 2. And on this next one, we're going to come up and then come down to our floating lunge, 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step your feet together, stand tall, and shake that off. Whew. All right, from here, nod your chin and roll down. Forward fold. Let's find that halfway lift. Halfway lift. I'm at the top of my mat now, but wherever you are is fine. Exhale, soften into your forward fold and walk your feet back to your downward dog. Here we are again. Let's first think about the shoulders. Bring that bicep high and the tricep low. And pressing your pinky finger into the floor. Feel a connection with your shoulder blades. The creases of your elbows are facing inwards towards each other. They're not facing forward, okay? And let's just walk through the heels again. Long, deep breathing here. Keep those sit bones reaching up to the sky. Core is on and supporting you. And let's bring both heels to come towards the floor gently, holding there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that tension and send your left leg up into the air. Enjoy this tripod just for a moment, a little bit of a balance challenge. And then step that left foot forward, finding yourself in that runner's lunge. Keep the chest lifting. When you're ready, pushing into your front foot, coming up into your lunge. And we adjust this back leg just a little bit by bringing it a little bit closer to you. We're into those lunges, lowering the knee and extending the front leg. Lower, stay really tall, and press. Can we draw our abdominals in and lose a little tension from the shoulders? Lower, and press it up. Nice job. Stay square. And down. And up. We have 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it up. And then meet me in that floating lunge. Here we go, 10 pulses, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step forward, release all that tension, shake your legs up. And we're gonna reach down to grab your weights. So I'm using 5s, making sure you're using something that works for you, not too heavy. Bringing the legs hip width apart, we're going to be bringing our elbows up square in front of you, okay? So the weights can touch if that feels good, or keep them open, whichever works. And from there, we're going to open one shoulder, pulling it back. Inhale, bring it in. Other side, exhale, squeeze it back, and in. Once you find this pattern, you can tune into other things, like your breathing, and your abdominals, just staying connected. Keeping your hips really square. We're just moving the shoulder and the shoulder blade. Pull it back and bring it in. Imagine you're moving these arms through water. Exhale, open. Inhale, put it back. And again, it's actually harder to keep the weights apart than it is to let them come together. So if you want that challenge, try to keep your weights from touching each other. And your arms should be staying so square here, 90 degrees. Okay, open. Keep those elbows high. Nice square position. Yep, nice. And let's do 2 more. 1, pull it in, and 2. Bringing them in. Now all of us will bring those weights together. Bring your elbows a little closer, pulling the shoulder blades apart. We're pulsing up here for 20. Little tiny pulses. There's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your arms. Whew. Shake that off and put one weight down. All right, I'm going to demonstrate this next exercise for you. We're going to be starting, our start position looks like a star, okay? Arms are level, we have a weight in one hand, legs are wide. So let's keep the feet parallel, but open the legs. From here, you'll be coming over to one side, side lunge, and we're gonna form a fist with the hand without a weight. We're gonna keep this arm engaged, and we're gonna pull this arm back up to square. So we go to the same side, and up. Okay, let's go to the left. Over to the left, put the weight in the heel, and pull that weight back up. Over, and back up. Draw in through your core every time you get tall. The chest stays lifting, and we're just shifting the weight over to what the left leg, and then pushing back up. Over, and pull it up. The shape of your torso should stay the same here, no matter what position you're in. Like you're wearing a belt around your center line, around your belly, and you're drawing in from that belt. 4 more. Weight is in the heel of the left leg. 3, 2, nice work. And 1. We're going back to the left to hold. Now you're going to row this weight back 6 times. 6, 5, 4. We're still in that side lunge. 3, 2, 1. And come back to star. 1 more time, coming over. Squeeze the fist of the hand without the weight, and we row for 6, 5, 4, 3, keep your abs on, 2, 1, come tall. We have 1 more round. Send it over to the left. We row for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come on up. Whew. Let that go, shake it off, and switch your weight into the other hand. Excuse me. Okay, so from here, let's start again. Wide legs, parallel feet. Don't let those toes turn out, just the hips are wide, okay? Coming to your star shape, form a fist in the hand without the weight, and we go over to the right now. And we pull up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Nice job. Now every time we stand tall, it's like you're breathing all that air out, finding your strong stance. The weight is in the heel of the right foot, and the torso staying super long. And down. Push up. Let's go for 5 more. 5, 4, nice work. And 3, 2, and last one. We go over, find yourself in that side lunge. We row back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand tall. And again, over you go. Find that position, lift your chest, pull your abs in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up tall, we have 1 more. Over you go. Here we are for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up tall and finish. Nice job. Shake that off. Making you work for your time on the mat today. Last thing, standing. We're going to grab both weights. Now we are turning out the toes. Coming into a sumo squat. We want to be wide in the legs. Bringing your weight so that you can feel one end of your weight on your shoulders. Okay? We're going down 4 times into our sumo squat, turning the fronts of your insides of your thighs forward. And exhale, press up, squeeze your glutes. Lower, and press. And lower, and press. Imagine there's a wall behind you. We're staying down here to hold 4 overhead presses. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we start again with the legs 4 times. 1, 2. So like I was saying, imagine there's a wall behind you. You're staying tall, gliding down that wall. 3. And let's go up for 4. Lower down. 4 times overhead. 4, 3. Draw your abs closer. 2. And 1. And we go again. 4. Keep those pinky toes glued to the floor. 3, 2, 1. Lower down 4 times overhead. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We have one more set. 4, lower. 3, squeeze the glutes. 2, and 1. Find me in that hold position 4 times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So great. Coming out of that, walk your feet back together, putting your weights down, come to the end of your mat. Whew. We are heading down to the mat now, finally. Let's nod the chin, roll down, find your halfway lift, reach your spine super long here. Exhale, soften. Walk your way out to a plank. If you need to put a knee down, you put it down nice and square, keeping everything else on. Otherwise, we're here in this plank. Let's gently push the pinky fingers into the floor, shining the biceps up, the triceps down. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering the knees. Let's take a shell stretch. We deserve one. Take yourself into shell, opening the thighs. Allow your head to rest. And just breathe deeply. Filling up your lower back with air, noticing all the heat in your lower body. Awesome. Now we will be coming out to an all fours position. If you need to protect your knees, make sure you do that with a little cushion. And we're also going to be using our cushion. We're going to put it between the knees, between the thighs, okay? So we're finding this nice square tabletop position, long spine here. Just settling in, taking a couple of deep breaths, and just notice what it takes to find your abdominals in this position. We've got this cushion between our thighs, but we're just letting it sit there. We're not squeezing yet, okay? From there, let's start to alternate lifting your arms up above the head, exhaling up, inhaling down. Basic movement here. Keep your head, top of your head reaching so that your head is in line with your spine here. Your belly button is gently drawn upward. And there's really no shifting or rotating happening here as you switch from arm to arm. Everything is staying really level. Exhale it up. Inhale it down. And let's do one more on each side. Left side. Now we're back to being square. You're going to tuck your toes under, squeeze that cushion, and when you're ready, we're coming up to hover the knees. Exhale, bring your cushion up and hold. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering down. Now when we go up here, the shape of you stays exactly the same the whole time, so your spine shape does not change. Big breath in, exhale, engage the arms, hover the knees, keep the abdominals close. We're squeezing that cushion. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering down with control. Big breath in. Exhale, come up. Holding there. Keep that cushion with you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering down. And we have one more of these. Big breath in. Exhale, float the knees, reach the spine, connect your abdominals. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down. Let's take that cushion out. Find yourself in a shell stretch just to give your shoulders a moment of peace. And from here, we'll be coming out into some bird dogs, but we're going to go, instead of going opposite arm, opposite leg, forward and back, we're going to send them out on an angle, out lateral, and bring them back, okay? So it looks like this. Let's go with the right arm, left leg. So we're now balancing on the right knee and the left arm. We're going to inhale, open the arm and the leg away from each other. Exhale, pull them in. It's like you're waving your arm. You go out and exhale, pull in. Everything stays the same shape in the center. You're using your breath here to connect your abdominals. Reaching it out. Exhale, pull it in. Really pushing down through this left arm. And 4 more. Exhale, center. Inhale, open. Exhale, center. Last 2. And center. Last 1. And center. Let that go. Come off your arms. Take a shell. That left arm should be, just did a lot of work, so it should be really warm. And let's come out nice and square to start. Left arm now will be the mover. Right leg is the mover. And let's start with our inhale, open. Exhale, pull in. Keep your neck reaching. You don't want to let that head drop down. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, open. And pull in. There's really not much else moving here, just the arm and the leg. Pull in. Let's do 4 more. Reach. Exhale, pull. And again. I know the right arm is getting tired. Keep pressing down, strong shoulder. Pull in. 1 more time, out. And pull it in. Whew. Let that go and just notice the heat in the right arm. We're coming all the way down to your tummy now. We're going to take this cushion, put it right under your hips. Okay, so it's right across your pelvis. Now from there you can rest your head on your hands. We just want to make sure we don't allow the shoulders to creep all the way up into the ears. And we're going to start with the right leg. So let's keep the left kneecap and top of the foot down. The right leg is going to be the mover. And we're exhaling that leg up nice and straight, inhaling it down. Your kneecap is facing the floor. Your hips are square. Exhaling it up, inhaling it down. You're reaching through this leg like you're trying to make it longer. Lots of energy in the leg. And down. Up and lower. Every once in a while, I want you to check in on your belly button. Draw it up away from the floor just a little bit. Exhaling up Inhaling down. And then there's the matter of your shoulder tension. Every once in a while, check on it. Draw those shoulders back down. 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and on this last one, we're going to stay up. Really reach that leg. Keep reaching, keep reaching. It might be shaking. Let's go for 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Whew, shake your hips a little. Now we keep the right kneecap down, top of the foot down. The left leg, you're going to reach through it. Engage it, and then hover it up and down. Exhale up and down. Notice how you're opening the front of your hip into the cushion below. It should feel good, almost like a massage. Exhale the leg up. Inhale it down. Keep your leg nice and straight. Kneecap facing down. Up and down. Can you make that leg a little longer? Tune into it even more. We have 4 more reps. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up there. Make it longer. Reach it, reach it. Little pulses. Less is more here. They're tiny. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that leg. Shake your hips. And let's take the cushion out. Moving it off to the side. And bringing your arms out wide. Cactus arms. So they're probably going to be off your mat, pushing down into the floor. Let your legs come out wide and let your toes turn out. Just keep wiggling your hips until they feel nice and comfortable. We're going to come up into a baby cobra. Start to push down through the arms a little bit. Start to reach your chest forward and then allow your face to come forward. You're pulling your elbows into the floor, as if you were pushing them through mud, like you're dropping your arms into mud. And now you're looking forward, reaching with your chest. Can we lift our abdominals just a little bit more here? Holding this position, if you're feeling your lower back at all, you may have come too high. So just undo some of the height. Let's just stay here and breathe, allowing your rib cage to drop into the mat. We're here for 5, 4, keep pushing those arms down. 2, 1, lower down. Wiggle. And let's start again, engaging through the arms, pushing them down into the mat, or into the floor, like they're sinking into the floor. Start to push forward with your chest, then your chin floats forward. We're looking forward. We're continuously dragging those elbows into the floor, down to as if you were dragging them towards your hips. Let's hang out here and breathe. Can we drop tension from the tops of our shoulders, putting it more into the underside of the shoulders? 1 more breath. Exhale, lower everything. And let's push into a shell stretch. It's going to feel really nice after that extension to hit this shell stretch. And we're making our way onto our back. Whew. All right, so we finally got here. Find yourself on your mat. Let's just do a big stretch to start. Reach through the fingers, reach through the toes. And then bringing your arms down back to your side and planting your feet down. Knees are bent, legs are nice and parallel. And we want the pelvis to be as neutral as we can. So a little bit of space between your lower back and the mat, nice and flat across the front of the pelvis, okay? Now from here, let's float those arms up overhead. Nod your chin. And as we flex the head and shoulders up, we're going to reach these arms past our hips. Inhale, we're going to hold here. And exhale, we're going to roll back to the mat. Arms are not going to fall to the floor. We're going to keep them floating above the head, like you're holding a ball above your head. Nod your chin, here we go. Exhale, flex up, reaching the arms, looking at your thighs. Inhale, we hold, we're still neutral. Exhale, lower down. Nod the chin, exhale, flex up. Inhale, hold. And exhale, we lower back. One more time like that, just so you get the feel for it. Nod the chin, flexing up. Inhale, we stay. And exhale, we roll down. At no time does your lower back push into the mat here. It's staying nice and neutral. This is just the upper spine coming to the pelvis and lower body, not both of them working together. Okay? We're going to speed this up. It's an exhale up and an inhale down. Nod the chin. Here we go. Exhale up. Inhale, return. Don't drop the ball. Exhale, flex up. Inhale, making sure you're keeping your eyes on your thighs. And back. Exhale. Really have a nice line of tension in your arms here so you really have control of them as they move around in space. Flexing up. And back. Let's do 3 more. 3. 2, check your lower back, making sure it's not pushing into the mat. 1, coming back, hands come behind the head and legs go long. So even in this position, we don't want to be in imprint, we want to be in neutral, okay? Still a little space between the lower back and your mat. As we flex the head and shoulders up, we'll be bringing one leg to tabletop without hitting that imprint, okay? Nod your chin, set your shoulders down, and exhale, we flex up, bringing one knee in. Inhale, we send that back. Exhale, other leg, and reach it out. We're alternating between those two. Your goal here is to stay neutral. This is really precise. You're pulling in and reaching out. And reach, making sure you're breathing. Exhale up. Inhale back. Think about drawing your shoulders down, like you're pulling your shoulders towards your hips as you flex up. And one more each side. Awesome. When you finish, let everything come to the mat and just assess your pelvis. Are you still neutral? Hopefully you are. Bring your arms down to your side, drag those heels in, and let's now find our imprint. So now we are going to go to that place where we close the space off between the lower back and the mat, and you're going to bring your legs up to tabletop. Okay, so here we are, nice and square. Right now, this is already a little bit of work to hold the weight of the legs up. And from there, you're going to bring your arms overhead, and this time, you're going to let them touch the floor. Okay? So we're here, we've got the arms up. Let's draw this rib cage down, nice and heavy. And we're going to start with just reaching the legs out. Exhale, reach your legs out, point your toes. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, reach. And back. Now you can change the angle to make this easier by bringing your feet closer to the ceiling. If this hurts your lower back at all, you're going to want to do that. You could also try bringing the arms back to your side if your lower back is bugging you, okay? Exhale, reach your legs out on an angle. It's like a 45-degree angle, sort of where your ceiling and your wall meets. Exhale out. And we're going to add some arms here. Exhale out. Inhale, bring your arms to your side. Exhale, arms and legs. Inhale, we pull everything back in. Exhale. Inhale. Take your time with this. Checking in on that imprint, using your breath. Nice work. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's bring it all in. Give your knees a little hug. Roll around on your lower back. And then let's do one big stretch. Once again, reaching through the toes, reaching through the fingers. And then bringing those legs back. We're going back to that imprint. Close up the space between your lower back and the mat. Bring the legs up. And hook your ankles one over the other. Arms are going to be wide here. Palms are up. This is really small. We're going to be pulling our knees towards our chest. Exhale them close. Inhale, put the legs back out where they started. So they start vertical. Exhale, we pull them in. Inhale, we set them back out vertical. There's no momentum here. You're in control of both of these positions. We're not swinging the legs up. We're just placing them out vertical, exhaling them in towards the chest. Less is more here. Big exhales. And back. At no time should your whole tailbone be off the mat. Exhale, use those lower abdominals to pull in. Inhale, reach out. And reach. You will probably feel your hip flexors a little bit. That's okay. Try to focus into the low abdominals and use your breath more. One more time here. Exhale, pull the knees in. Inhale, put them back. And let's just bring the legs down. Come to butterfly for a moment, opening up the thighs. Feet together, thighs apart. We have one more set of those because we have to switch the feet, okay? So bring the knees back together, find your imprint, and go back up there with the legs. Now the opposite leg, whichever one was on top last time, is underneath. The arms are wide. We're pushing the arms into the floor. Exhale, draw the knees in. Inhale, put them back out. And back. So you're in control of this move. We're not using the weight of the legs to swing the legs around. Exhale, pulling in. Inhale, back out. And let's do 5 more. 5. Think about those lower abdominals the whole time. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Awesome job, you guys. Let that go. We're going to bring the feet nice and wide. You can leave your arms open here where they are and start our windshield wipers side to side. All the hard work is done. We're going to stretch and just cool down. Dropping one thigh in. So the thighs are really far away from each other here. They're not stacked together. We're putting one into internal rotation and then the other. And let's let the knees fall over to the right. Drag your left heel towards your left bum cheek and bring your left arm up and over into a side bend. And you should hopefully feel a nice big stretch through the front of your left hip. It's always the back hip that you're going to be feeling this stretch. And just breathe deeply into that thigh, into the quad, the hip flexor, the side body, all the spaces between your ribs. Breathing deeply. One more big deep breath here. Gently undo that. Bring yourself out of that side bend, and then we drop the other way. Let the knees tip over to the left. Your right heel comes to your right bum cheek, and the right arm goes up and over into the side bend. The side bend is optional. If you're already feeling a huge stretch without the side bend, just go with that. And now we breathe down into this side of our body like you're trying to fill it up with air. Into the right hip flexor, the right quad. And gently, gently undo that. Coming back to center, let's come into butterfly again, bringing the feet together, thighs apart. Take the palms of your hands and push down into the top of your thighs like you're massaging that tissue right in the hip flexor area. Just feels good. Kind of like you're pushing your legs away from you here. And then leaving your legs in butterfly, if that feels good for you, let's open the arms, fold up the arms into an eagle arms, so you're rolling them up together and stretching, pulling those shoulder blades apart and gently moving your elbows up and down. When you've done a few of those, opening the arms back up and fold them back up into eagle arms, the opposite direction. One side is always more awkward and tight than the other. Once you're there, up and down with the elbows. And gently, when you're ready, let that go. Let's bring the knees together and gently turn over onto your side. Once you're there, whenever you're ready, you're going to push with your top hand to come up to your seated position. And let's tuck that cushion, if it's still with you, tucking it under your bum. And let's open the legs nice and wide. We'll do a forward fold to finish. Up nice and tall first. Reach through the crown. Turn your toes up to the ceiling. And then walk your hands out without collapsing forward. We're walking ourselves out, keeping your tailbone and your sit bones reaching into the cushion and the top of your head reaching the spine forward. I like to think of it like the shape of a rainbow, up and over. Hopefully feeling the backs of the legs, the hamstrings, the calves. And let's take 5 long, deep breaths here, filling up your lower back with air. Inhale. Exhale it all out, soften. Inflate your lower back. Stay connected with your abdominals just a little bit here to support your spine. Big exhale. 2 more. One more. Start to just put a little bit of life into the abdominals and walk your hands back towards your legs, stacking your spine back up. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times. And you are all finished. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next week. I can't remember what we're doing, but we'll do something good. All right? Take it easy. Thank you.